News of the Times, History News Story. The story of John Elwes, the inspiration for Scrooge. Welcome to News of the Times. We are trialling a new series on British eccentrics, of which we have a few. We start this series with the story of uncle and nephew of the family Elwes. Sir Harvey Elwes sounds much like Sir Pitt Crawley from the book Vanity Fair, a miserly, grasping loner who lets his mansion fall apart around him. His nephew John Elwes was, it has been argued, the inspiration for the character Scrooge in Dickens's ghost story A Christmas Carol, and certainly the depiction fits. Both character stories were retold for amusement even into Victorian times. Both were renowned eccentric characters, with examples of their miserly ways a source of humour for many. The stories take place in the mid to late 1700s. The early Newgate calendar dialect can be somewhat unwieldy. We have changed the wording and given explanations to make this more friendly. We hope you enjoy the show. About John Elwes. Elwes was born on the 7th of April 1714 in Southwark, England, with the name of John Meggat. His father, Sir Harvey Elwes, was a renowned miser, as you will hear. He died when John was only 4 years old, leaving him a very respectable inheritance. His mother, equally tight with money, was reputed to have starved herself to save money, although she had access to £100,000, roughly £30 million in today's money. With the death of his father at a young age, John's guardianship was turned to his uncle, Sir Harvey Elwes. Staying with the family trait, Sir Harvey also tended to a miserly way of life and was proud of his restricting his annual income to £110, worth approximately £30,000 a year, which was little in context of his estates and position. John Meggat changed his surname to John Elwes and became the sole heir to Sir Harvey's considerable estate, worth roughly £250,000, which is approximately £70 million in 2023. Sir John Elwes nee Maggot had vast income at his disposal, yet, like Scrooge, did everything he could to save each and every penny. From the Newgate calendar, Mr. Elwes was a miser in the fullest acceptation of the term, and to obtain gold there was no sacrifice that he thought too great. Yet he possessed qualities and traits of amiability that won for him, in spite of his ruining vice, the respect and friendship of many worthy men. Sir Harvey Elwes, uncle and guardian to John Elwes. Before we relate some singular anecdotes of this miser for the amusement of our readers, it will be as well to notice the memorable eccentricities of his uncle, Sir Harvey Elwes, on succeeding to the family estate. The knight became nominally possessed of some thousands a year, but really only of an income of £100 per annum. He said on his arrival at Stoke in Suffolk, the family seat, that never would he leave it until he had entirely cleared the paternal estate. For more than 60 years he lived there, almost alone, grasping, screwing, and scraping to accumulate wealth. Fancy more Victorian seances, scandalous trials, and newspaper absurdities that make modern headlines look tame, we've got over 750 stories tucked away on Patreon, ad-free, early and exclusive. It's like stepping into a time machine, only cheaper than a dodgy latte at only £5 a month. For full access, news of the times, historical crime at patreon.com.